Welcome. Welcome to HJC's live shopping channel. I'm Jerry LaMarche, and we're going to spend about half an hour. We're going to go through a few things. I'm just going to adjust my volume. It looks like it's spiking a bit. Hold on a second. Hopefully that's a little bit better than last time. Hey, we got a Joseph Ribkoff tote bag. We're going to have a look at that. We're going to look at some of the financial happenings around Joseph Ribkoff. A little story from the past and one a couple of months ago. So we're going to look at not necessarily the health because we're not privy to the information, but based on the news articles, we can maybe make some assumptions. So we're going to look at that. And then we're also going to look at a YouTuber who has been discussing over shopping. And she's going to go through a few details. So I think we're going to just put her on the screen and listen to her. She's got 4 main points, and I think it's good information and worth a listen. Also, too, we have the tote bag on our website. So if you are interested on that, we do have our live stream special. It's 15% off. The discount code is livestream, LIVESTREAM. And you can go on our website, you can pick that up. That live stream discount code for 15% off will be active for about 2 hours. I'm just going to go through the streams and make sure our health looks okay. I'm just going to stick over Twitch here. Looks like we're broadcasting nicely. Facebook appears to be good. Oh, YouTube is giving me a too high of our bit rate's too high. Need to drop our bit rate. Okay, well, if you are watching this on YouTube, if we're dropping some frames or anything else, I'll try to fix that up for the next stream. But we're just going to keep on going tonight. Also, too, just if you're international, we're broadcasting from Lamont, Alberta, Canada. So I think we're just going to make sure. Yeah. Let's go and have a look at the Joseph Ribkoff tote bag. Now, I tried multiple camera angles to figure out how to best look at this and best review it, and I wasn't happy with any of the results. Either the bag was in my face or you really couldn't see inside. So we're just going to do our best, and hopefully you get the information that you're looking for on this tote bag. So I'm going to switch cameras. Go to the unboxing camera. So this is the tote bag. Now it's a big bag. You know, the size of my hands. It's pretty big. Oh, you know what? I think I see a little error on the screen. Give me a moment. I'm going to fix that. Just a minute. Which one is it now? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Oh yeah, that looks better. Sorry about that. I think I had some information down at the bottom of the screen there. So I just cleaned that up. Maybe I'll just wait 1 minute. Not even 6 seconds. Yeah, that cleaned it up. Okay, back to the bag. It's a big bag. It's white on blue. And we're just going to have a look at the bottom, the sides and top, and then the inside. So the back side, it has this beautiful gold hardware, and it actually does look 24 karat plated. It's probably very, very thin, but it's really high quality hardware. The zippers, the feet, the little pull tabs, very nice. And I do like gold hardware, so that's definitely my speed. I'll just flip it over so you can have a look at the bottom. Flat bottom, and it has the 4 gold feet. Each one is stamped with JR, and you know, flat. And then we're gonna just look on the inside. So I got a few things in there. Now there is a reason why there's a few things in there. So before I get to that, I'm just gonna show you. Right here is the inside pocket. Oh, I just zipped it up. And I was just going to show how big that inside pocket is, because I think that's one of the question marks when buying a bag. So I have a cell phone here. So that goes fully in. And if I put it on its side, there's still lots of room. So it's not a big pocket on the inside, but it's definitely big enough. Well, for a cell phone at least. It does have a cell phone pocket right here. And this cell phone, you can see if you even had an iPhone 12 Pro, it would fit in there. It would stick up nice. And in this case, having your phone stick up, I think, is what you want. So you can grab it. You know, you can put your fingers there and grab it. And then it has a secondary pocket right here. Put the phone in there. So again, it's got 3 pockets on the inside and 1 pocket on the outside. So now some of the stuff that's inside. Now we've tried this before in the past, and we tried to give free stuff away. And it didn't really work out. Nobody was really interested in the free stuff. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to include it in the purchase. So if you buy this during the live stream, it's listed at $127. You get the 15% off plus the stuff that's in the bag, rather than having a separate giveaway. So some of that stuff that's in the bag, there is 3 things. Well, there's 4 things. Just going to move this to the side. So one of the things you get is a tote bag for the tote bag. It's cloth, and it's got the Joseph Ribkoff, and it's just to protect the bag while it sits in your closet if it's off season. You know, you may use this for the summer or the fall or the winter and not for the other seasons, so you got a protection bag, and you can keep that in your closet and it'll look nice. Won't get dusty. Okay, so that comes with it. And you know, most purses do come with a cover bag, so that's not unheard of. Now this is already free. This is the little catalog, the lookbook for Joseph Ribkoff. That's coming with it. And just so you know, it shows the current collection for the spring along with the numbers in case you want to order something in the future. Now also included in this tote bag is this free gift. Now this is a secret gift that I've discussed it in past streams, so if you've actually watched some of those, you might have seen it, but this is a secret gift directly from Joseph Ribkoff, and it's sort of like a frequent shopper award, I guess, if you will. So this comes with it, and I do not know what's inside. It's sealed. So that comes with it. And you also get one of these little hooks. Now these are kind of cute. It's so you don't have to touch door handles or carry bags without having to touch stuff in this whole COVID world. So it's a nice little gadget. You put on your keychain, and it's got the monogram JR on it for Joseph Ribkoff. So once again, that stuff comes with the bag if you buy it during the live stream. And price is $127 and 15% off if you use the live stream code at checkout. I don't think we checked the back pocket here in terms of size. So this back pocket is quite deep. So I'll put my hand in there. So that's half a hand. So that'd be the same size of pocket as, you know, the back pocket on your jeans, for example. And another thing on the inside, just for material consideration, the outside is faux leather, pleather. It's not real leather. And there's a pro and a con. It's much more resistant to water and wear and tear than real leather. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper too. Now the material on the inside is, I believe, to be a cotton nylon blend. And it's just a cloth liner on the inside of the bag. And then of course it's got the zipper. So we'll just zip this up for you, just so you can see the action of the zipper. And let's just have a look at the tassel, which is also included. It's a little tassel. It has a very nice little emblem with the logo of JR. It's got the JR tab on there. Maybe I can bring that up to the camera. Yeah, not really coming across too good, but anyways, that's also included, and the tassel is part of the bag. Okay, that concludes our review of the Joseph Ribkoff tote bag. So the next portion is we're going to look at some of the financials of Joseph Ribkoff. Now, not the actual financial reports because it's a privately held company, but we're going to look at some of the news releases, one from 2017 and one from last month, 2 months ago. So I'm going to switch screens to our main display here. And I have that block there. Bear with me one more time. I'm going to just delete that. Okay. I think that's better. We'll just give it a second to update. Yeah. Okay, so this is from newswire.ca, and it's a story from December of 2017. And what Joseph Ribkoff did is they sold the majority share of their company to Novacap. And Novacap is a private equity company. They do most of their business in the Quebec area. And there's no details as to what the percent of the share was or how much they bought it for. But pending any other news, it looks like Joseph Ribkoff is a portion of Novacap as well as the original company in terms of financing. Next story we're going to look at is a press release that was about 2 months ago, November 9th, 2020. And what they have here is Joseph Ribkoff with Solidarity Funds of Quebec as well as the EDC, the Economic Development Corporation. Oh, hang on, let me just make sure. The Export Development Canada Fund, I'm sorry. They both invested $5 million into Joseph Ribkoff. And again, these solidarity funds out of Quebec, they mostly focus in Quebec companies. And there's quite a long story. I won't get into it. It's not so much like intrigue or anything like that within the story. It's just more like the story here on the website is more of a PR campaign. This press release is from Fonds FTQ, and I believe that's the French translation for funds. So I think that pretty much covers our financial press releases for Joseph Ribkoff. Just to recap that, NovaCap owns the majority share, and Solidarity Funds and the EDC both invested $5 million each in November. So the reason I'm bringing this up is this whole COVID thing that's going on. There are some companies that are hurting. Now, I'm not privy to the information with any of the financial results from Joseph Ribkoff. I'm just a small retail company. But if I was to read into this story, to me, they wouldn't be requesting funds for just no reason. To me, they're requesting funds for the help that those funds bring. And also, I'd imagine partnerships of these two companies. They probably bring, yes, $5 million each, but more than likely they bring other services and experiences to help out Joseph Ribkoff. So they have a bigger team fighting for them in this new world of retail. And, Ontario's under lockdown, Quebec's under lockdown. I think this morning, they announced there's no more flights leaving Canada. I don't know the details of that story. That's just, I read a headline and that was about it. So the retail and the clothing industry is having some problems. And I think this press release exemplifies that. Okay, and that's a good segue to our next little segment, which is about spending too much money. I was on YouTube, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch screens here. Just going to pull over to here. I'm going to take this moment just to check all the streams, make sure we're not missing out on any comments, or if we have some unhealthy streams that I need to correct. So Twitch is looking okay. I'm just going to check Facebook here. Let's see how this... Oh, it looks like I'm dropping some frames. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. So if you're on Facebook and you sent me some comments or anything, I may not get to them. Looks like I have some stability problems on Facebook tonight. And YouTube looks really healthy though. I have a poor stream status, but in terms of clarity and continuity of the stream, it looks okay. So I'm not going to worry too much. And then, of course, we are broadcasting on Podbean as well. And that stream is excellent, according to the stream manager for Podbean. So I'm not going to worry about Podbean tonight. Okay, the next one we're going to bring up here is, like I was mentioning, spending too much money. And I found a YouTuber who made a very nice presentation on it. But I do need to pull up her video. Sorry about this. When I checked, the stream manager actually turned off her video by accident. Just pull it up here. I think I can find it okay.
Hi guys, am I...
Just bear with me here. I'm just gonna start this video here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play about 4 different segments of this video. And we're just going to listen. I'll try not to interrupt with too many comments. She does a great job of explaining 4 main psychological issues when it comes to shopping addiction. So yes, we're a shopping channel, and we want you to support our channel by buying our clothes and bags and everything else. But we do not want you to get into dire straits financially, or feel guilty about your purchases, or be uncomfortable coming back because you just weren't happy with that last purchase, or maybe a little too emotional on it. So for the long game in our business, we want every purchase to be a reasonable purchase, both for how much money that you want to spend on an item, the reason why you're buying it, and if you truly get some enjoyment out of it. That's really what I want to make sure you take away from this, and you're not overspending or making a rash emotional decision. And she addresses this. So I wanted to go through the videos, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I'll just play them, the 4 points, and we'll see what she has to say. Oh, what I should mention that her channel is Colorful Noir, and I believe her name is Eileen. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear this.
Make sure to check it out. First of all, human beings are subject to something called hedonic adaptation, which essentially means we get used to pretty much anything, including environment, circumstances, and belongings. So for example, you might be over the moon with your job promotion, but 6 months down the line, it will just become a new normal for you. As a result, you lose that excitement, and you might even think it's time for another promotion. Unfortunately, we behave the same when it comes to shopping. For a lot of us, buying the first luxury handbag is always a very big deal, and you might even think it's a crazy idea to spend so much money on a bag. However, after buying several handbags, you might start becoming used to the idea of spending thousands of dollars on a bag, and you might even notice the bags you are buying start becoming more and more expensive. This is why a lot of us will start buying Louis Vuitton or Chanel pieces first before venturing into a brand like Hermes. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have bought my Hermes Birkin bag as my first luxury handbag, as much as I love it. Keep buying is because of the...
Okay, she brought up some really good points there. We're going to go on to the next point, and then we'll have a little discussion as we go.
Another reason we keep buying is because of the Diderot effect. I've spoken about this before. So basically, when you buy something nice, it makes you want to keep buying more. So for example, when you have a nice pair of shoes, you would want a nice handbag to go with them. And now your handbag will also need a fancy back insert to keep your things organized, some expensive twillies to protect the handles, and even a nice leather charm to complete the look. In fact, I've actually come across people who would buy a matching wallet to go with the bag, and sometimes even an entire outfit.
Yeah, really. So I just want to comment on this because I don't want to get a copyright strike by having too much of her content on my channel. But what she's saying is, you go to buy one thing, and the next thing you know, well, I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit here on the mic. Bear with me. The next thing you know, you've bought 5 more things. You went in for one thing, you come out with 5 things. And the price just keeps going up and up. And then you get home, and then you get that buyer's remorse going on. And that is not why we want you to come to our store or ever feel that way when buying. We want you to know that you're getting the quality that you're paying for. So if it's on the low end of the price spectrum, the quality is also probably low. If it's on the higher end, the quality and the warranty of those clothes is probably higher as well. So if you do want something that's going to last, that's Canadian made, that you have somewhere to go if the product fails on you for whatever reason, then that's what the higher price represents. And we're not talking the $6,000 to $10,000 Chanel or Gucci purses here. We're talking more of the clothes that we sell, which are anywhere from $20 on the low side up to about $300 to $500 on the high side. So those prices are much more reasonable, and you can't really get too much in trouble unless you're coming back every week and trying to round out that outfit on a daily basis. Maybe you come here for one piece and then you go to another store. So I think what she brings up is really good points in that regard. The next point, I'll let her tell it.
The third reason some people are constantly shopping is because I feel like they kind of see shopping as a hobby. Now, I'll be the first to say that I was guilty of that as well. Growing up, I spent a lot of my time studying, so I never really explored other activities. So when I started making my own money, I kind of treated shopping as my favorite pastime, unfortunately. So on the weekends, I would go to the shopping malls because I was bored, and I then actively look for things to buy. Sometimes I would even convince myself that if I didn't at least buy something, it would be a waste of a journey. This went on for several years, and I waited.
I want to make a comment on this because I have done that personally. I've gone to the city for one thing, I couldn't find it, and I'm like, well, I'm here. I don't want to waste a trip. I've just spent all this gas and my time to drive into Edmonton. I'm going to buy something. And I've done it. I've bought things that I didn't need. I took them home and they're on the shelf. Now, especially when it comes to tools, I have a little soft spot for tools. So I don't go to, some of the tool stores on purpose. And then when I go there, if I can't get what I want, I have a real hard time leaving empty-handed. But so this is really good advice, and I also know it's a real phenomenon, and it's extremely hard habit to break. So the last one that we're going to look at,
Of unboxing. Moving on, I also think some people tend to keep buying because it's so easy to shop nowadays. I mean, we can pretty much shop anywhere and anytime. In fact, a lot of the retailers are working very hard to remove every possible barriers between us and shopping. So for example, a lot of the shopping websites will remember your credit card or PayPal details just so you can check out within a matter of seconds. Also, a lot of websites now offer free shipping, exchange and return to make shopping as hassle-free as possible. I think you might also notice a lot of the social media platforms now also include some kind of shopping features such as Instagram and YouTube. Personally, I think it's helpful to create some kind of barriers to make shopping a bit less convenient to do.
these are very good points, and I'm going to address them. I'll just switch screens because that's about as far as I want to go on her video. And once again, just for the channel name, I'll just make sure that you can see that. It's right here. Colorful Noir is the channel. So I recommend you spend how long is it? It's a 12-minute video. I recommend you go back at some other time and you watch the full video, and she brings up really good points. But her last point there was shopping is easy. There are so many mechanisms, especially for instance, Amazon. If you have the Amazon Prime account, you think you're getting a deal. It's free shipping. It comes the next day. It's automatic sign in. You don't even have to log in. It remembers with the cookies on your computer. So as soon as you go to the site, you're automatically in. There's zero hassle. And that's one of the benefits and why Amazon is doing so well, because they've removed all those hassles. But the negative side of that is what she's saying. It's too easy. You're just kind of bored. You go on Amazon, you're just kind of searching around, and then something pops up and you're like, oh yeah, I like that. Boom. It's at your door. the next day. So, our site is not much different. You can sign in with a Google account or a Facebook account, and you go to the checkout, and you do the same features as Amazon. It's all the same information. You put in your shipping address, you pay with MasterCard, and it comes to your door in 2 days. So it is a problem if you're bored at home and you're just trying to fill in some time and you're just randomly going online. You can overspend, is what she's saying here. Spending too much money. I'm just going to turn the volume down a bit. Spending too much money because of the convenience. So these are just words of advice from, what's her channel name again? Colorful Noir. And I think they're heartfelt, and I think they're important to recognize if you have some difficulty in these areas, and she offers some suggestions on how to combat some of those issues. If you do have those issues, and I definitely understand everything she's saying, and I got to control my own spending personally. So that really concludes our stream. Just as a conclusion, we went through the Joseph Ribkoff tote bag. I'll just pull that up right here. And after we just talked about spending too much money, it's $127 plus 15% off. I find that to be a little hilarious, but and then we talked about some financial news and some recent financing for Joseph Ribkoff in the order of $10 million. And also we listened to Colorful Noir on her recommendations if you have some addictions when it comes to shopping. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to check our statistics. The last one didn't go so well, so I made some changes, and I think I can get all the information this stream. So on Twitch we have two viewers. Just go to YouTube here. Looks like we have one viewer, and Facebook. I thought I fixed Facebook. No, I'll have to get back to you on Facebook. The last stream we did have, in fact, I want to say it was 5 viewers, but they weren't all at the same time, and they were very short views. So like on Facebook, they're 10 seconds to a minute. And so that's not quite where we need to be in order to bring the trunk shows live to you from our store here in Lamont. We need to get up to the 20 live viewers during the live stream. So please subscribe if you're watching YouTube, and make sure you hit the notification bell. Facebook is the same thing, except you're going to follow and you got to hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, it's just a matter of following, but there is a notification setting on Twitch too if you'll get notified of live streams. So those are some of the features you can do to make sure that you can connect with us during the live streams. Let's hit the 20 live viewers so we can bring the trunk shows and all have a good time doing it. So other than that, I'm going to sign out. Once again, my name's Jerry LaMarche. I thank you for spending your Saturday night with me to review what we did. I'm just going to switch screens to ending the stream, and I'll see you next Saturday night.